Hey everyone. Alright, so these are the steps that you can take. Sorry about the Christmas tree lights. Let's see if I can get closer. That you can take to prevent nursing homes from taking everything you got. Alright, step 1. Give monetary gifts to your loved ones before you get sick. Of course, there's no way to know with certainty if or when you will need a nursing home care. Sorry about that, y'all. Dang. Alright. Alright, let's get over here somehow. Maybe pull out a little bit. Okay. But giving gifts to your family members will ahead of time help protect the money from creditors seeking to collect after your death. In the case of Medicaid, any assets you transfer within 5 years prior to entering a care facility are subject to seizure after your death. Transferring funds before you fall ill shelters your money and ensures your family members can legally keep the gifts they receive. Okay. Step 2, they say hire an attorney to draft a life estate for your real estate. Naming you as the life tenant and a loved one you trust as the remainder man with future ownership interests in the property. Okay? So you're going to be the tenant for the rest of your life. This is in the contract. And then when you pass, whoever you choose is going to get your property as long as you have this in place. Okay? So this way, as a life tenant, you retain the right to continue living in your home until your death. After your death, ownership in the property is transferred to your loved one, which prevents the state from making a claim against it. If you create a life estate and transfer real estate, you'll incur no penalty if you enter a nursing home, provided the transfer occurs at least 5 years prior. Okay, if you enter a nursing home, now this isn't temporary nursing home. This is when you go in and you don't come back out. Okay, within 5-year window, however, you may incur a financial penalty for transferring the property that would otherwise have been available for the estate recovery. Sorry about the light in here. Okay, step 3. Some states, such as Colorado, do not count periodic payouts from annuities when determining Medicaid eligibility. Thus, you can transfer your assets into an annuity to qualify for Medicaid covering nursing home care without having to spend down your assets. If your state does consider annuity payouts when determining Medicaid eligibility, you can still safely transfer assets into an annuity, but you cannot use Medicaid services for a specific period of time following the transfer, which I want to say might be 3 years or something like that. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Okay. Step 4. Transfer a portion of your monthly income to your spouse. Alright, the Federal Spousal Impoverishment Act protects the spouses of nursing home patients by permitting them to exclude their own income when paying for a spouse's nursing home care. If your spouse's income is less than the amount your state exempts, you can direct a portion of your income to your spouse to bridge the gap. The income you transfer to your spouse for monthly maintenance is exempt income and sheltered under federal law. Okay. Now, step 5. Shelter your money through an irrevocable trust. Unlike a living trust, an irrevocable trust is exempt from nursing home cost. You cannot receive principal from the irrevocable trust, but the periodic interest and dividends you receive from the trust are safe from seizure. So in other words, you can't touch that money, but it's safe you can live off the interest of it or whatever, and they can't take it. Alright, step 6. Your assets and your spouse's assets into a pour-over trust. This type of trust protects the assets from seizure while still allowing you access to the money. That sounds like a better one. Create or modify your wills to include a testimony trust, providing for the welfare of your surviving spouse. Although a portion of the funds from the original trust pour over into the deceased spouse's estate, the testamentary trust included in his will protects that money from being seized to pay nursing home expenses. This provides financial protection for both of you, your spouse, regardless of which one dies first. Okay, now we got tips and warnings. Spousal maintenance cutoff amounts vary by state. However, you can increase the monthly amount you allocate to your spouse by 1/3 for each dependent adult child or minor child living in your home. The Omnibus Budget Reconciliation Act of 1993 gives state Medicaid officials the right to recoup any funds spent on your nursing home care from your estate after your death. This, your heirs could stand to lose any assets you did not properly shelter before entering the nursing home. You may be responsible for paying a gift tax on any money gifts you make to the family members above the annual maximum. This is how much you can give away a year. As of 2012, the maximum amount of money you can give to a loved one tax-free is $13,000. This amount changes periodically. You can verify the current tax-free gift limits on the IRS's website. Okay, so those are the 6 ways that you can stop them from, taking your house, taking everything you got. You would need an attorney to do it. Let's see. Okay, now, next we're going to go over more detail and more in depth, like these questions here. Can nursing homes take your assets? How do I protect my assets from my husband in a nursing home? And all that. There's a lot of stuff on nursing homes, and we'll go over them together. Alright, y'all. Take care for now. Love yous.